On July 17, after a month and a half in seclusion, for the first time, former President of Iran, Ayatollah Hashemi Rafsanjani, one of Iran's wealthiest men, publicly known as the Shark, regarding his financial transactions that led to his family's massive accumulation of wealth. During his tenure as President of Iran, led Friday prayer at Tehran University. That was about a month and a half ago. In his sermon, Rafsanjani stressed on the impending crisis, which in his opinion has engulfed the country, implying that it was caused by the way the government handled the crisis. As a reaction to this criticism, the pro-Ahmadinejad and Khamenei forces in attendance began chanting the usual, "Down with the USA." Suddenly, as a clear expression of their class position, the pro-Rafsanjani Mousavi, the contender of President Ahmadinejad, responded by yelling out, "Down with China and down with Russia." In the entire 10-day unrest, nothing more than the brief episode made the domestic and international class positions of the two camps clear. This fact has been so far undeniable that one of the two main characteristics of 1979 revolution was its anti-Western imperialism position of the revolution. This was one of the two, was anti-imperialist and was democratic. In this particular religious gathering, at least a substantial section of the pro-bourgeois nationalists let the cat out of the bag and pointed at China and Russia as two enemies of Iran, at least in their eyes. Were the ideological leaders of the reformist crowd aware that China and Russia have supported Iran, more or less, on the nuclear power plant issue, on the enrichment of uranium question, and have softened the impacts of the United States, United Kingdom promoted UN Security Council resolution sanctions against Iran? The answer is definitely they knew. Did the reformists, along with the pragmatists, Rafsanjani is called pragmatist conservatives, know that Iran has expressed its strong desire to join as a full member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. No doubt they knew that, unlike the United States and Western Europe, China and Russia immediately recognized the legitimacy of the election and the government and the president of Iran, Ahmadinejad. With a high degree of probability, they knew all this. Did the new liberal opposition know that their crucial link in the White House, I'm referring to Zbigniew Brzezinski, has been advising President Obama about the essentiality of breaking up the Beijing-Moscow-Tehran relations? As we all know, China, Russia, and Iran, along with many countries of Africa and Latin America, strongly advocate that the current unipolar world order has to be replaced by a multipolar arrangement, which would enhance the role of other nations, especially a multitude of smaller countries, in the running of world affairs. Furthermore, these three countries have seriously enacted the policy of replacing the US dollar as a sole world reserve currency with a new basket of currencies that would reduce the arbitrary pressure of the United States on the currencies of other countries. It is relevant to know that the recent G8 summit held on July 8 to 10 in Aquila, Italy, both China and Russia introduced suggestions for diversifying the global currency system in the future to replace the United States dollar as the single world reserve currency, much to the dismay of the Obama administration. The slogan, then debt to Russia and debt to China, clearly demonstrated the neoliberal economic platform of the reformists who strongly seek to transfer a major part of the control of the Iranian economy from public to private, on one hand, and remove the encumbrances in the way of US big oil from reaching the Iranian oil reserves in the Caspian Sea. In this connection, the Russia-Iran-Venezuela cooperation has been a nightmare for Washington, from George Bush to the administration of Obama. Together, Russia, Iran, and Venezuela have 25% of the world's proven oil reserves. The same goes for gas reserves and production. No wonder that in the pre-election presidential debate, Mousavi, a spokesperson for Iran's integration into the Western world market, ridiculed President Ahmadinejad for his policies of economic and political cooperation with Latin America and Asian countries, but especially for his views on the downfall of the old world economic and international order. There is no doubt, 2 minutes, there is no doubt that a section of the Iranian bourgeoisie, symbolized by Mousavi, Rafsanjani, a group of clerical section, the top echelon in the banking and insurance companies, and the high-placed bureaucrats and technocrats have been opposed to Iran's political and economic policies of strengthening ties with China, Russia, Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua. That is very vital. Thus, The anti-China-Russia cry heard in the Friday prayer when Rafsanjani spoke was an expression of the needs of the Iranian comprador bourgeoisie enjoying the major Western oil, financial, and industrial corporations. Thank you very much.